everyone. I'm Dr. Laurel Cook, Associate Professor of Marketing at West Virginia University. Welcome to another Digital Marketing Lecture. Today's lecture covers Chapter 12, Mobile Marketing.
Let me ask you a general question. What are the non-ad related marketer-controlled presences on mobile? Well, if you were to consider this question, you might be prompted to very quickly answer apps. Of course, apps are probably the most intuitive answer. But there are other marketer-controlled presences for a brand on mobile devices. They include number 2, non-responsive web pages, which look the same on a desktop as they do on a mobile device and are very clunky. Alternatively, 3 includes responsive web pages. Of course, these websites are designed to appear differently on a desktop versus a mobile device. And of course, number 4 includes AMP pages. As we discussed previously, AMP stands for Accelerated Mobile Pages. It's a Google-backed project designed as an open standard for any publisher to have pages load quickly, specifically on mobile devices.
Only a few years ago, there was an estimation by Adobe Digital Insights about whether or not mobile would overtake desktop around 2018. Specifically, they shared data which indicated that app launches grew about 24% year over year, but app installs only grew 6%. In 2019, you can see that mobile usage worldwide was slightly above desktop usage, where mobile usage was around 49% and desktop usage was around 47%. Shown as global data, however, US data in 2019 did not support Adobe's predictions that year. In the US, desktop usage was about 50%, and mobile usage in the US again was only 42%. In 2020, however, again worldwide, you see that mobile usage was around 52%, and desktop usage was 45%. In 2020, mobile usage had surpassed desktop usage even in the US. In the US, the numbers flip-flopped, where desktop usage was around 44% and mobile usage was 51.6%. In 2021, worldwide, usage for mobile has gone up slightly at 54.25%. Desktop usage is around 43%. However, in the US, desktop usage has now surpassed mobile usage again, likely due to the pandemic, for example, working from home. In the US, desktop usage is about 49.5%, and mobile usage is 46.7%.
So, how is mobile changing? What are developments? What are new trends? What is the latest news for mobile marketing? One of the most interesting trends regards swipeable browsers. This is a new technology designed to make browsers internet surfing completely different, a much different experience on a mobile device than internet browsing would be on a desktop device. The example you see on the screen is Cake. Their URL is cakebrowser.com. And they are a new technology that allows you to simply swipe between search results. You can also swipe between bookmarks, group searches, and articles from your favorite sites. As they put it, swiping saves time by removing the need to go back and forth between the search results and the content you care about, which is what you would do in a normal web browser on your mobile device. Group search is another Cake invention that lets users choose between media type by entering a single search term and then viewing results from multiple websites. And then also, they have optimized for mobile connections with their mobile speed sense. This technology on the Cake browser automatically evaluates your data connection and adapts the page loading and renders to give you the content depending on your connection faster. Another new development is 5G. In telecommunications, 5G is the 5th generation technology, and it's the standard for cell networks and what cell phone companies use. 5G, of course, is the planned successor to the 4G networks, which most cell phones use today. To put things in perspective, 5G offers a download speed of 10 gigabytes per second, which is, of course, 10 times faster than what we have with 4G today. For marketers, this is an important advancement. Edge computing combined with 5G will also solidify location-based marketing. For example, when a user is near a supermarket, they'll be notified about the latest offers through push notifications. The real-time insights and behavior will further enable mobile marketers to craft a hyper-personalized shopping experience. So you can see right now, mobile devices with 5G are slowly entering the market. And you can see this number is going to grow by nearly 5 times in 2013. So you can see how in the early 90s, we began with 2G technology. The early 2000s, you see we had 4G and have had it for quite a number of years, more than a decade. So with the advancement of 5G in late 2019, marketers are very excited about this development. Another development is known as grown-up AR. AR moves out of native apps and onto mobile web. AR continued its disruptive streak last year, becoming a key element of both mobile ads and shopping on social platforms. And it's forecasted to develop into a market worth $83 billion by next year. AR is going into its grown-up phase, says Casper Thekier, CEO and co-founder of AR platform Zappar. And it's often considered the eighth wall. Recently, you can see TikTok, who is a big AR innovator and adopter, has tied its AR content sharing to charitable giving in many celebrity-filled campaigns. Interestingly, there is an important caveat that mobile marketers need to consider. According to eMarketer research, users spend 2 hours and 11 minutes each day using mobile apps, but only 26 minutes browsing the web on a mobile device. There's a big difference in mobile usage comparing apps versus browsers. In fact, we spend less time this year on mobile web than we did last year, and we spend much more time in app. This is an important caveat for mobile marketers. So what do you think the implications for marketers is? Well, there are many implications. Among the most important implication is what's referred to as the app graveyard. So there's an important consideration between creating an app just to have an app in comparison to having the same content on a mobile website. So it's important for us to compare each. If you consider a pure mobile website with a pure mobile app, here are important considerations. On a website, you can have easy updated information accessed through browsing, static navigational user interfaces. It does require connection through a cell phone or Wi-Fi network, and does somewhat have limited features. Alternatively, a purely mobile app can be accessed after it's installed, has an interactive user interface, is available offline, and can make use of phone features like location services. So it's important to understand that apps also offer more features, faster speed, more user-friendly design, an improvement in convenience, self-contained environments, and brand presence. So in other words, if your brand does have a user-worthy app, your brand stays on a person's device even after the app is closed. So of course, there are pros and cons for each. For a website, the pros include cost. It does take a lot of time and money in app development. And a website is much easier to set up and works smoothly and is device agnostic. So it should work on an Android or iOS device easily. The cons, of course, include no push notifications, no offline mode, no presence in app stores, and many websites on mobile have poor design. Alternatively, mobile apps do offer push notifications, can be accessed offline, often have much better performance and app store visibility. Another thing to consider is dominance, whether it's mobile, app-based, or a hybrid model. Mobile, of course, will be the dominant type of digital marketing. There are three important things to keep in mind, especially when it considers tech innovation. The first is adoption process. When you have new technology, that new technology is not adopted equally by all users. There's also the diffusion process, meaning tech innovation rates vary. And third, there are product characteristics to consider. Tech adoption is often represented by a normal distribution curve like you see on the screen here. There are some of us in the class who are early innovators. If we see the new iPhone come out, we'll want it just because it's new. Alternatively, there are laggards who are very late adopters, who will want to make sure that all the bugs in a technology are worked out before they decide to adopt it. So this is very important to consider when you are integrating tech adoption into either your mobile app or mobile website. There are, of course, strategic drivers included in mobile marketing. They include context, growth, time, high value, voice, one-click, security, and privacy. Context includes localization and personalization. Growth includes social networks at the appropriate time. For example, we see a decrease in Facebook and an increase in TikTok. High value includes coupons. Voice activation includes a very recent search marketing trend using voice-enabled technology. One-click payment is payment on a mobile device through a trusted third party. Privacy, for example, includes geolocation services and expanded permission-based marketing. There is updated technology to consider as well. This updated technology includes QR codes, which many of us are used to seeing. They are quick response codes, two-dimensional versions of barcodes that hold much more information and data than a typical barcode. There is also NFC, which is near field communications. This is wireless communication between two devices when placed close to another. It's how we're able to use our Apple Pay at the local Walgreens, for example. Another new technology that we've discussed regarding effective websites is, of course, AMP. AMP stands for Accelerated Mobile Pages. Luckily, of course, this is an initiative offered by Google, and Google offers many resources to help you understand if your website is AMP enabled and powered. So you can see using the free AMP test feature on Google, which is search.google.com/test/AMP. I did a quick search for our B&E website, and you can see it's not considered an AMP website just yet. In fact, the PageSpeed Insights report gives us many specific directions for us to improve the overall website performance on mobile devices specifically. So we have a lot of room for improvement. Of course, this PageSpeed tool is available for you to use at any time for free. Another development and an increase in technology regarding mobile marketing is m-commerce. M-commerce stands for mobile commerce and has been the rising star of e-commerce for the past decade. So it's not new. M-commerce allows retailers and consumers to interact and trade using wireless technology on devices. Of course, the technology itself isn't new. People have been using their mobile devices to make purchases for quite a few years now. But what is new is the scale of m-commerce. This is a very exciting development. Thanks to evolutions such as increasingly sophisticated shopping apps and wonderful fresh social media commerce integrations, more people than ever are expected to use their phones to make purchases this year. Mobile-driven sales are actually projected to reach $284 billion this year, which is about 45% of the total US e-commerce market. An example of the social media integration, which explains this increase, is now shown on your screen. As you can see, Instagram is one of the most popular social media apps to integrate m-commerce into its platform. Users can see a post and now be able to very easily find out where to buy the product shown in the post and then check out very easily. Lastly, another new technology that's worth mentioning is the advancement in effectiveness of location-targeted mobile ads. As you can see from the example shown on your screen, location-targeted mobile ads are specific ads or discounts or promotions or information that's driven by a brand that appears based on your phone's location. As you can see, smartphones now have delivered the holy grail to marketers now, and that's the ability to serve location-targeted ads while consumers are on the go. Unsurprisingly, this combination of the right place at the right time has proven to be incredibly effective. That's why brands of all sorts, from your local dentist to global retailers, have been increasingly devoting advertising spend to this format specifically. Expect this trend to continue. Location-targeted mobile ads is expected to jump to $31.1 billion this year. As you can see, based on the image shown on your screen, it's expected in just a mere couple of years to reach $38.7 billion. If you're in mobile marketing, then you may want to consider location-targeted mobile ads.